planned what not to do with your bearded dragon. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today it's going to be a bearded dragon video. Yay! The last video I posted was a K-pop one. Another K-pop one will be coming soon. I'm sorry, I'm having reaction. Today is going to be a story time kind of video because, as I said in my K-pop video, Michi and I had a little bit of a scare. Really a scare, it was just me messing up. So I wanted to talk to you guys about that and warn you guys about it, and talk about some other things. So I'm gonna try to make this a short one, but first off, Michi started going into brumation. And so for those of you who don't know, brumation is like hibernation but for lizards. But the difference between hibernation and brumation is that the bears, they sleep, but they get up and eat and whatnot. Brumation for lizards is that their whole body shuts down. Eventually it will shut down. They can't eat, they'll just sleep the whole however long. And some signs that your bearded dragon is going to go into brumation is that it's being a lot lazier. It's staying in one spot consistently. It won't eat. It's not moving as much. It's being lethargic. And so Michi was doing that. And it was my fault because what happened is that I was taking him out too often when it was cold outside. And so his body is like, oh, it's cold outside, I need to brumate. But his tank is a totally different temperature than what's outside because it's August here. No, it's September. Never mind. So it's September here, so it's starting to get a little bit chillier. So that means I can't take him out as often as I wanted to, which is okay. It's just a me problem. If that is the case with a dragon, turn their heat lamp, like keep their heat lamp on, get a night heat lamp and keep that on at night, and just keep them warm, because even if it's like 0 degrees out, it might be 90 degrees in there and they have no idea. That's what you want to do, because I've heard many different things and I don't know which one is good for my dragon. As I have said before, I watch Pansy Pan and she puts her dragon into brumation. And I think Achu's in brumation right now. But also my brother, who's a vet tech, said that his dragon at his school never brumates. So, but I've heard from Pansy that it's good for bearded dragons to brumate and it's not good for them to not brumate. So I have no idea what to do. But right now, Michi is only 4.5 months old, and so he shouldn't be brumating when he's 4.5 months old. Bearded dragons brumate when they are over a year old, when it's cold outside, close to winter, but in other parts of the world, winter is their summer, like in New Zealand. So technically it could be a summer thing. But if your dragon is going into brumation, like every other video says, you want to take it to the vet just to make sure that it doesn't have any parasites in it, because if it goes into brumation, it's totally asleep, its body can't fight any parasites. The parasites will eat the dragon and kill it. If they go into brumation, take them to the vet, or start to. Take them to the vet, get a feces sample before you go to the vet. That's a little tip. I haven't taken mine to the vet. I probably should eventually take mine to the vet. And also, while they're in brumation, keep offering them food and water. Because sometimes they might wake up early, or they'll wake up and they'll want something to eat and drink. I know what happened with Michi is that he started going into brumation. He was like sleeping for at least 3 days straight until my brother took him out by turning on the heat lamp, keeping heat, because what I was told is he was stone cold. So that was my fault. What not to do with your bearded dragon. But baby is all fine now. He's just grumpy. Say hi. He's like, not this again though, please. pores on him. So that's what happened with Michi. Oh, I still can't believe I have this guy. Like, he's adorable. So, another thing that I wanted to talk about besides brumation, because Michi's fine, everything's fine. That was just a little, because I had no idea what to do. I was like, this is the first time brumation. I have no idea what I'm doing. Second thing I wanted to talk about was I was bathing Michi a few days ago, and also when they are in brumation, bathe them more often, because even if they are sleeping, it's never good to wake a brumating bearded dragon, but their skin gets more dry when they're sleeping because there's no water nearby. So you need to bathe them more often. Another thing that I was talking about was I was bathing Michi and I realized he has femoral pores, which both sexes have femoral pores. And what femoral pores, it sounds like they should be female pores, but they're on both sexes of the bearded dragon. I will try to find a better picture and probably put it here. They are on the inside of their leg, if Michi will cooperate. You see those line dots? Right there. Hold on. Like right there. You see that line dot? Line of dots. And it goes up here. Those are femoral pores, and what they do is that they naturally, oh, he wants to jump. Okay. So they naturally secrete, they're not oil, but they do have oil in them, but a scent. It's like glands on a cat, but for dragons. And so as they're walking around, as they brush against things, they get secreted and they get rubbed off and whatnot. One thing that is bad about them, oh, you guys could see that. It's little tail. They can get clogged. And I haven't gotten an experience with his being clogged yet, thank God. But they can get clogged. But the main reason when they do get clogged is that if they have MBD, which is metabolic bone disease, which means they can't move around as often as they want to. Either it's, if they have MBD, if it affects their legs, then they can't walk around as often as they need to and whatnot. That affects their femoral pores. And I think what you need to do is, if they're clogged, you are just gonna be a butt, aren't you? Look at that gulp. You are so grumpy. You're okay, dude. I'm trying to show the people your femoral pores. And it's not working. You can kind of see him right there. But you gotta, good lord. I have noticed, I'll wait till the 5-month update though, because it's cute. His beard is getting more black. Can you see that? My baby's growing up. Anyway, so just be careful of that. Make sure that when you are bathing your bearded dragon that you bathe here with a toothbrush. Because I don't know if you can see. You can see in here, I know it's really bad, I'm sorry. But some of Michi's pores do have stuff in them that I've been trying to clean out, and it's not working. But they're not to the state where they're terribly clogged. They're just there. So that's it for this video. On the 17th, he's gonna be 5 months old. My baby's gonna be 5 months old. I did go back to college, y'all. Actually, I'm first time at college, but I have taken college classes at this location before, so I know the ins and outs of everything, but it's actually my first time going to college. Look at you! You're so grumpy. He was so grumpy when he came out of sleeping though. You do get like a different dragon, but for like a few days. He was so grumpy. Good lord, he was mad at everything. He's like, why are you putting that water dish down there? Okay, that's it. So that's a little update of what not to do with your bearded dragon. Look at him, he's holding on so tight. Look how pretty he is. I'm surprised he hasn't shed more. No, he is young, so he technically should shed more. Okay, that's basically it. So I will see you guys in the next one. I have a claw clipping video planned, but I have to wait for his claws to get longer than they are, which means they're gonna be sharper until I actually clip them. So we will say adios and see you in the next one. Bye guys.